Right, good morning. My name is Elena Porter, and this is meditation. I'm so glad that you guys could join me this morning. I am excited about the meditation this morning because this weekend I went on a hiking trip with the Mountain Park Hiking Club, and we were in Sedona, and it was absolutely gorgeous to see all the leaves and all the changing colors. There was still a lot of green, but there were so many colors that have already started and so many leaves that have fallen down from the trees. And what I was thinking about while I was hiking was how intentional the seasons of life are. So if you kind of look at those leaves and the ones that are on the ground, and they're such beautiful colors, and realize that at a time they were on the tree, they were green, and they were providing shade or beauty or just providing so much in their season of time to live and to be. And as they fell down, one might say, how sad the trees look barren, but the reality is it's creating space for more newness to come. And when you see the leaves in all their beauty and splendor of what they still provide when their season has taken its turn, the most important is to provide for new. So today we're going to be thinking about change and how to embrace change and to let go what maybe has served its purpose in our life. So let's sit up nice and tall and prepare for our meditation. Placing your hands on your knees if you're in a seated posture, making sure your navel's to the spine, and from your crown to your tailbone, you're nice and tall. Some people lay down in meditation. If you're laying down, just put your hands down by your sides with your palms up, and just soften your face by closing your eyes, and take a nice deep inhale through your nose, nice deep exhale through your nose. And as we begin to connect with our breath, and you take your next inhale, breathe in at least a 4 to 5 second inhale through your nose, 4 to 5 second exhale through your nose. Beautiful. So as you begin to feel the beautiful benefits of intentional breathing, allow those shoulders to just melt down from your ears. Sometimes even in meditation, we have these shoulders all crunched up and feeling stressed. Just let them go. Let them relax. With each inhale, you breathe in and you feel your upper body just broaden. Feel the heart slightly opening and creating space even there for newness. And as you exhale, just imagine in your mind's eye the beauty of an orange or red or yellow leaf just kind of falling from the tree down to the ground. And the beauty in just watching it float. It was green at one time. It served its purpose of shade and newness and birth and beauty. But even in its complete circle of life, as it floats down, it provides us something so beautiful. And most important, ability for newness, the next cycle. So continue with your breath, and I want to share with you the verse for meditation. It's Ecclesiastes 3:1. Ecclesiastes 3:1. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. There's a time for everything. And there is a time for change. So kind of let that verse kind of resonate with you where it will. This morning, as you take your next inhale, some of you are saying, oh, I'm right in the midst of such change. Change can be scary. Letting go, frightening sometimes. But in our mind's eye, as you breathe in, just imagine as those leaves so beautifully fall down from the tree, we want to change our perspective of what that tree looks like as it has no leaves. It's ripe for the next season. There's room and space for something new and beautiful. when we were up in Sedona, there was still so much green. It's just the beginning of change, big change. And there was so much beauty in the reflection of the lives these leaves have lived, the beauty they provided our world. In your life, in your season right now, are there things that are starting to kind of flutter away? Change coming. With this next inhale, as you breathe in, just embrace it in all its beauty. For some of us, that is just creating space for something new. So continuing with your breath with a nice deep inhale through your nose. Nice deep exhale through your nose. So even as we try to find rhythm in our breath as we meditate, it's the rhythm of life. It's the inhales and the exhales. It's the new green leaves that start to come alive in the fall, and it's the shade that this beautiful, full tree provides us through a big part of life. And it's the beauty in something being complete. In all its beautiful color, kind of floating away and creating space for something new. In the message, it says there's a right time for birth and another for death, a right time to plant and another to reap, a right time to kill and another to heal, a right time to destroy and another to construct, a right time to cry and another to laugh, a right time to lament and another to cheer. There's a right time to embrace and another time to part. There's a time to search and another to count your losses. There's a right time to hold and another to let go. There's a time to rip out and a time to mend, a time to be quiet and another to speak up, a time to love and a time to be angry. There's a time for everything and a season for everything. And sometimes we just go through life so quickly that we don't notice the change and its purpose. The change and its purpose. The way that change creates space for something new. So take in a few moments in your breath, just nice deep inhales and exhales. Breathe in change. Exhale fear or anxieties of embracing change. Nice deep cleansing breath. Breathe it in nice and deep. Really feel that chest rise and those ribs expand. And as you exhale, really release and let go. I want us to take just a moment or two to kind of allow the seasons of your life to kind of rewind in your mind. Times when certain things or people or situations in your life were changing color from that vibrant green to the yellows and oranges, and then began to kind of break away and fall down to the wayside, and how there were times when we embraced it and times when we were fearful of it and times when it happened out of our control. And imagine each one of those being these beautiful orange, yellow, and just red leaves that just kind of scatter the ground all around you. As I was walking and hiking through this last weekend, I just envisioned different things in my life, and how when those leaves fell down, there was just so much space for growth that didn't necessarily come right away. Just like in Sedona, these green leaves will not be here for months and months. And they will come. Be open. Change happens, change comes. Sometimes invited, sometimes not. But if we kind of shift the visual and the perspective and imagine it as creating space for something beautiful and new, we'll stay open. There's a season for everything, a time for certain things in our life to change, turn colors, and kind of flutter and fall down to the wayside and become part of this beautiful thing we call life, our journey. And create space for new. For growth, for wisdom, for balance. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the sun. There's a time for reflection. In your mind's eye, see those beautiful colors just scattered all around you from all life experience. Red and yellow and orange. Pure beauty, your life. Change. So as we come into our final song, allowing your breath to come back to a more natural pace of breathing. Know that God created life to have cycles. Everything in life has a cycle.
God of creation, there at before the beginning of time. With no point of reference, you spoke to the dark and fleshed out the wonder of life. And as you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. In the vapor of your breath, the planets form. If the stars were made to worship so loud, I can see your heart in everything you made. Every burning star, signal fire, grace. If creation sings your praises so loud, God of your promise, don't speak in vain, no syllable empty or void. For once you have spoken, all nature and science follow the sound of your voice. And as you speak, 100 billion creatures catch your breath. If all that you pursue and what you say, if it all reveals your nature so alive, I can see your heart in everything you say. Every painted sky, canvas of your grace. If creation still obeys you so alive, so alive, so alive. If the stars were made to worship so alive, if the mountains bow so alive, if the oceans for your rain is so alive, what if everything exists to lift you high, so alive? If the wind was wasting this soul, birds cry out in silence, so alive. If the sun of all I praise still falls short, we'll sing salvation. Chase down my heart through all of my failure and pride. On a hill you created, the light of the world, abandoned in darkness to die. And as you speak, 100 billion disappeared, where you lost your life so I could find it here. If you left the grave behind you so I can see your heart and everything you've done, every part designed in a work of art. If you claim that you'll surrender, so will I. See your heart and feel your good. Precious one, child of God. If you gave your life like you would again 100 billion times, no romance could amount to your desire. You're the one who never leaves, the one I.
So staying right where you're at and just allowing your body to awaken, I will close in prayer. Dear God, thank you so much for each and every person that is here and will continue to take time to meditate, being open to change. I love in that last song where you said, when you speak, 100 million failures of mine just fall down at your feet. Sometimes we look at these leaves as failures and things that fall away or break away. But in reality, many of them are just seasons of life, the circle of life, and allowing ourselves to be open to new perspective, new love, new hope. And I love another words when it said, if you left the grave, so will I. Some of these leaves that fall down are things that are just supposed to be not within our season anymore, and we can step into something even more beautiful. I pray our hearts will be open to the beauty of newness and change. Amen. Thank you so much for coming this morning.